It's the creme de la creme of web creativity. Last Tuesday, an international competition of 30 short films for the internet was shown in Berlin, Germany.
And it was the first festival of its kind held simultaneously in both real and Second Life. Thanks to Life4You and my lovely colleague, Kira Singh, who acted as host of the event in the Idea Cinema right next to our studio.
I had a great time, Christoph. Don't think I'm going to tell you who won, though. But here are two cool examples to give you an idea of what an excellent competition it was. A lot of music is happening in SL already. Live concerts, and DJs are making good lindens.
And there are actual virtual orchestras playing on those HUD instruments by Robbie Dingo, among others.
Still, many music-oriented residents aren't satisfied with Linden Lab promising to put energy behind making SL a viable music platform like they did at SLCC in Chicago.
Reporter Draxter Dupre gives an overview of what works now and what the future may hold.
There's all kinds of music in SL. Remember Kevin Blue O from the Al Andalus story a few weeks back? He plugged straight into his PC, which is connected to a Shoutcast server.
I got a mojo woman.
On the avant-garde end, we have the Avatar Orchestra Metaverse, which uses HUD instruments. And there are the magnificent sound sculptures by Meshup Islander,
Stirs, Killer, Ken, Virus,
Adam Ramona, and Daruma Picnic. But then there's Dizzy Banjo, a music professional who thinks audio in SL leaves much to be desired.
I see Second Life as being in the silent era at the moment, and it's kind of like watching a Hitchcock film without Bernard Herrmann or Spielberg without Williams.
Dizzy points to platforms like World of Warcraft, which he says are much richer in audio. Of course, he admits they are also easier to manage.
There's much less concurrency going on, and most of the content that you're actually hearing is preloaded onto your machine in the install pack. The Second Life is by far the most adventurous. The architecture never knows what's going to happen around the corner. It might put a huge demand on the system.
A system often challenged by only 20,000 concurrent users. Rumor has it, though, that Linden Lab is preparing the grid for up to 50 million. So they are doing something. Does that mean we can participate in a multi-track session in real time soon? How about MIDI keyboards triggering sound banks in World? It's all possible, says Eric Linden.
It's going to take a long time. Long is a couple years maybe. You'll be able to use MIDI either with LSL or more directly attaching MIDI to an avatar and having the avatar play an instrument, attaching MIDI to an object and having the object act as a trigger, so if it's touched, a MIDI string gets played, and then eventually audio as bandwidth becomes more available.
Eric is a musician himself, trained at Mills College and a pioneer in jamming via the internet with bands like Nude and Motherboard. He sees real-time online collaboration as one possible economic factor for SL.
There's always people in the music business who are middlemen or who provide services that either audiences or musicians need to, want to, have to use. Virtual rehearsal spaces, virtual performance spaces, where people from all over the world can get together and play.
Maybe all those unemployed casino owners could now be running virtual recording studios. Berkeley grad Music Bing is making money in SL by adding true surround sound to objects. He gets his material by going out into the real world.
Using a surround sound recorder, I get 4 separate channels of audio information. I put each of these files into a prim and put on a land where the sound is supposed to be heard. If you walk through a rainforest, for example, then you will hear a monkey screaming in one corner, some leaves rattling behind you, and wind from the front left.
Music says his approach is similar to voice in SL, where multi-channel audio mimics a 3D soundscape using localization cues. Dizzy Banjo also praises the voice tool, which he plans to use in a new project soon.
The piece that I'm working on picks up sound from inside Second Life environment, takes it out of the virtual realm, puts it through loads of processing and makes it become part of the composition, and then pipes that back out into the virtual realm.
On top of all of this, Dizzy started the Meta Music Group recently as well. Over 30 music aficionados met last weekend to discuss SL's transition from silent era to talkies. The emphasis was clearly on the technical side of things. Frankly, I felt a little lost among all those scripter geniuses. I don't understand what they're saying half the time. I need a translator. For Life for You News, I'm one Drexter Dupre who can read music, just not code.
Fascinating report, Draxter. I didn't know that there's an actual orchestra in SL. Maybe I should get out the old fiddle and join.
Could you please wait until I'm out of the office, Kira? Because this has been our show for this week.
Tune in again next week. Until then, here's wishing you all
a great Second Life.
For information, comments, and suggestions, visit our website, www.lifeforyou.tv.